Senator Cory Booker thinks he has the solution to the wealth disparity between blacks and whites in America. Redistribute money from rich whites to poor blacks, starting at birth. I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. Those are the opening words of TNA's online article, Booker Proposes Redistributing Wealth to Poor Minority Kids via Opportunity Accounts. According to the article, Senator Booker, a New Jersey Democrat, plans to introduce legislation that would create accounts for all children born in the U.S. These accounts would start with $1,000 at birth, and for those in the lowest income brackets, the government would add $2,000 every year until the child turns 18. For those in high income brackets, their $1,000 simply gets to accrue interest. Race is also a factor, with blacks getting the most, then Latinos, and lastly whites. In the end, the poor black kids will end up with around $46,000, and the rich white kids will end up with around $1,600. Interesting, right? After reading this, I immediately recalled a quote from author and pastor Adrian Rogers. "You cannot legislate the poor into freedom by legislating the wealthy out of freedom. What one person receives without working for, another person must work for without receiving. The government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else. When half of the people get the idea that they do not have to work because the other half is going to take care of them, and when the other half gets the idea that it does no good to work because somebody else is going to get what they work for, that, my dear friend, is about the end of any nation. You cannot multiply wealth by dividing it." Also, recall the story of Congressman Davy Crockett and his constituent. After giving $20,000 to the fire-stricken village of Georgetown, Crockett is told by a citizen, "If you have the right to give to one, you have the right to give to all. And, as the Constitution neither defines charity nor stipulates the amount, you are at liberty to give to any and everything which you may believe." It is then pointed out that individuals are at liberty to give freely, but Congress just can't distribute taxpayer money as they deem fit. If they did, it would open a door for fraud, corruption, and favoritism on one hand, and robbing the people on the other. The point is, 1, the Constitution doesn't give the federal government authority to allocate money like this. Secondly, a bill like this would likely create yet another government agency. Isn't our goal to reduce the size and cost of government, not increase it? A program like this has many ramifications. Besides increased government spending, size, and taxes, what does this teach our children? The solution is not to just give money to people. The solution is to teach them how to work, how to save, and how to make their own way. This bill and others like it need to be stopped. We need people to understand that in order for this country to return to the righteous, moral, and industrious country it once was, our federal government needs to obey its constitutional limitations, allowing citizens to take responsibility for themselves and their families. Know of anyone that could benefit from reading Colonel Davy Crockett's lesson? Read our booklet called A Humbling Lesson. The link is in the description. While you're at it, send a few copies to those running for office to help them learn of the proper role of government. Until next time, take care and God bless.